You walk into a room feeling fine. 2 minutes later, something in you has gone tight and heavy, and you cannot point to a single thing that happened. Nobody said anything to you. Nobody was unkind. But someone in that room is upset, and now somehow so are you. You carry other people's weather. Their bad day becomes your bad evening. Their tension climbs into your shoulders and quietly moves in. If you have ever left a gathering exhausted and asked yourself why, when nothing bad even happened, this video is for you. The people around you have a word for it. Too sensitive. They say you take things too personally, that you need thicker skin. But what is happening is not weakness, and it is not you being fragile. It has a name in psychology, and it is remarkably ordinary. It is called emotional contagion. The simple fact that feelings spread from person to person often faster than either of you notices. We catch moods the way we catch yawns. One tense face in a room can quietly shift the mood of everyone in it. Part of it is automatic. We mirror the people near us, their posture, their breathing, the tightness around their eyes without deciding to. And when your face and body copy someone's tension, your own nervous system reads that copy and concludes that you must be tense too. So you are not imagining it. You really are picking up their state. Your body is running their emotion as if it were your own. Here is the reversal. Absorbing other people's moods is not a defect in you. It is empathy working at unusually high resolution. You are wired to read the room closely. You notice the sigh, the flat reply, the smile that does not reach the eyes. For some people, that sensitivity runs deeper still. Researchers describe a trait called sensory processing sensitivity, a nervous system that takes in more and reacts more. If that is you, you do not just notice the emotional weather. You feel it in your body vividly before your mind has caught up. This is the same wiring that makes you thoughtful, perceptive, the friend who knows something is wrong before anyone says a word. You are often the one who senses the argument in a house the moment you walk in, who feels a friend's sadness through the phone. That is a gift. It makes you a good listener, a safe person, someone who notices what others miss. Do not let anyone talk you out of it. But every gift has a shadow, and this one has a heavy one, so let me be honest about it. When you absorb every mood around you, you can slowly lose track of which feelings are even yours to begin with. You walk out of a room genuinely unsure. Am I actually sad, or did I just spend an hour next to someone who was... This is where empathy quietly turns into emotional labor. The work of managing other people's feelings, usually invisible, usually unpaid, usually yours. You become the one who softens the tension, reads the mood, adjusts yourself so everyone else can feel a little more comfortable. And you do it so automatically that nobody sees it as work, least of all you. It just feels like being a good person. But it is work. It costs energy. And a person doing that job all day, every day without rest eventually burns quietly out. There is another trap here. When you feel everything, you can start to believe you are responsible for fixing everything you feel. Someone near you is upset and a switch flips. It becomes your job to make it better even when no one asked you to. So you overextend. You give until you are empty. And then you wonder why other people's problems leave you more drained than your own. Now, the important distinction, because this is where it gets freeing. Feeling someone's emotion is not the same as being responsible for it. You can notice a friend is sad without taking the sadness home. You can be moved by someone's pain without carrying it out the door. Empathy says, I see you are hurting and I am here. It does not say your pain is now mine to hold and to solve. The healthiest version of your sensitivity keeps a small, kind gap between feeling with someone and becoming them entirely. Psychologists sometimes call it the difference between emotional contagion and compassion. One drowns with the person, the other reaches a hand from dry ground. Contagion pulls you under, so now there are two people struggling. Compassion keeps your footing so you can actually be useful to them. And here's the surprising part. Staying slightly separate does not make you cold. It makes you more helpful and far more sustainable. The friend in crisis does not need you to fall apart with them. They need one calm person who did not get swept away. So how do you keep your footing? It starts with a question you learn to ask yourself quietly many times a day. Is this feeling mine, or did I catch it? Just naming the question creates a small space between you and the mood in the room. In that space, you get a choice you did not have before. You can feel the weather without deciding it is your permanent climate. It also helps to notice your own baseline before you walk in. If you know how you felt at the door, you can tell what you picked up, and you are allowed to put things down. You can care about someone deeply and still say this feeling is theirs, not mine to keep. None of this means shutting off your empathy. That sensitivity is one of the best things about you, and the world needs more of it. It just means learning to be a window, not a sponge. A window lets